Welcome to Afarmers breakfast show right here from County 034, an extension part of it where we are discussing about the socialization of farming technologies. Do they happen? Do you have any farming technologies that you're using, be it a software, be it drone technology? Let us know in the comment section. This is your host, Noah Nasiali Kadima, and today I am joined by my guest here, Alan Corredo. Yes. And he will be taking us through what they do as an organization, as well as the solution that they're trying to build for farmers. Karibu sana.
Thank you so much.
Yes, I just move close to the mic. Yes, so Alan,
Yes.
let us know who is Alan, what do you do, and then we get into the discussion.
All right.
Yes.
So my name is Alan Corredo. I am the founder and innovator at Farm IT. And in Farm IT, we are in the business of improving the livelihoods of farmers using digital technologies.
Interesting.
Yes, so that's what we do.
Okay, fantastic. Why farming?
Well, I would say farming to me is more like a passion. I've engaged in farming since I was in secondary school.
Okay.
That's why I developed a passion for agriculture. And later on, when I went to university, I also studied agriculture.
Okay.
And my entire career has always been about farming and improving farmers' livelihood.
Okay.
Yep.
Fantastic. So when I was preparing, I just got to see about what you guys do in terms of, but you'll tell us in detail. But you've mentioned something very interesting, that you studied agriculture. Why tech?
Yep. So I studied agriculture.
Yes.
In secondary school and also in university, where I did my bachelor's in agribusiness management and trade, but I also majored in agronomy a bit.
Okay.
For tech, I also had a passion for technology, which I think most of it is self-taught. I could just go to YouTube, I could just learn about how to come up to develop a website, how to code, amongst other kinds of script that I could do. So technology for me is also more like a hobby. So if I combine this
the two, yes,
then I think
it becomes a better hobby.
Yes.
So you've mentioned something as you're starting off. It's called Farm IT, yeah.
Yes.
So farmers are facing very many challenges, and one of the challenges that farmers are facing is actually tech-based challenge, a technology-based challenge. I'm a front-end developer. Okay. So one of the challenges that I've seen farmers facing is that there's too much information. There's so many apps out there. And why did you decide to actually do it? Before you even take us through what Farm IT is all about and the strengths and all that, why did you opt to make sure that, and what is this problem that the farmers are facing that you felt from an agronomic point of view that you felt that it's important to be addressed?
Yeah. Okay. So I have, like I said before, my major life has always been agriculture. For the last 8 years, I've been an agribusiness specialist.
Okay.
I used to work with Simlo Seeds, which is a subsidiary of Kenya Seeds.
Yes.
Where I used to help farmers just get to learn to improve their knowledge on crop management and crop production. But one thing I noted with our smallholder farmers is like that they will invest a lot, just them buying hybrids, buying the necessary inputs, but they won't get that return. And that one really made me curious and anxious. Why these farmers constantly buying the hybrid seeds, buying the necessary inputs, investing so much in labor, but yet they're not getting the actual returns. Most of them will just come back and say, whatever I got wasn't enough for me even to live a better life. So I could learn that majority of them were not using the correct kind of knowledge that that right now is required of them to use. They were preferring more of the traditional methods of farming, which currently is not sustainable, and also because of the weather changes. Also, you'll find that most of these farmers could not access better markets. They will say, I have like tons of melon just in my farm, but I don't have the right market to take these melons to. So you could find most of them actually will invest so much going to the market or looking for the markets, they will end up being exploited by middlemen, and eventually they will incur losses.
So let me ask you, going back to what you've mentioned, I think, I really interest, what is of interest, as you're mentioning all this, is the fact that there's a lack of agronomic knowledge
Yes.
on the part of farmers.
Yes.
Do you think this is a problem that you as Farm IT, is it Farm IT or Farm IT? Farm IT is trying to solve in terms of extension services, or is there's more than that? Because that is the challenge that most farmers are facing. Most of farmers who call in, they keep on telling us, you need to change this. We don't know how to use this fertilizer. Now that you mentioned where you were working before, the company you're working before, can farming pay first? Let's start from there. Can farming pay? And what if let's start with that first.
Yes, definitely farming can pay.
So a farmer can actually raise and manage their whole family expenses with farming.
Yes, a farmer can actually live well with good farming practices.
Okay.
Farming can really pay, especially for farmers who are engaged in high value, highly perishable crops, the normal vegetable crops. Those ones they can actually pay, because if you look at the current statistics in Kenya, you'll find that the indexes are quite grim in terms of food insecurity.
Okay.
There's a high demand for food, but farmers are not able to supply that current demand. So there is a potential of farmers actually producing and getting more to help them improve their livelihoods. Now the challenge is in the production, the quality that they are producing and the quantity as well. And the challenge again is also in the marketing, the access to that lucrative market, not the normal exploitation. So that one is the major problem where farmers are actually facing. And we want to bridge this gap as Farm IT by ensuring that farmers are getting the right kind of information to help them improve their quality of produce and also improve their quantity, and also to link them to the lucrative markets where they can actually sell their goods. They can actually have that kind of power to bargain and get enough profit margins.
Good. I think you mentioned something very critical as you are doing this in terms of the different markets, especially the lucrative markets. Do you have a database of buyers that you link farmers to, or how do you go around in terms of farmers to be able to buy, to sell their produce? Because that's a big challenge. Farmers, you work with them and they're very good at what they're doing, but comes to something else when it comes to market. How do you manage that?
Yes, so for the markets, we have identified large-scale buyers here in Nairobi County, where the large-scale buyers are 5. We have the normal household consumers who actually we package for them their produce. We have another affiliate company called Kapu Gardens who deal with deliveries.
Kapu
Gardens who do deliveries of household food products. We also have agri-processing companies. We have agri-exporting companies. We have the normal retailers, and we also have schools. So these ones are large-scale buyers who can actually buy from farmers. But now the challenge is they want this produce from farmers. They want varieties from these different farmers. But now farmers also must have the capability to actually produce quality and also quantity. So that's where now we come in. We tell these farmers that if you produce according to these standards, then definitely you'll get markets from our end. We'll be able to link it with markets from our end.
So now, when it comes to production, it's something you mentioned that in terms of quality, but also quantity. So what is the average size of land that farmers should work on? I know we're going to get in deep details in terms of what Farm IT does. What is the average size of land that a farmer should actually have?
So on average, for me, I will consider that a farmer shouldn't have large tracts of land. Any smallholder farmer will have less than 5 acres of land. That one is considered to be a small scale farmer. Any small scale farmer, if you go, because we work with different farmers in different peri-urban counties. Let's say, for instance, if you go to Nyeri or Kiambu, their lands are very, very fragmented. But will that limit a farmer from actually producing based on the perspective that he has a small farm? No, that one won't limit the farmer. Now, what you advise the farmer to do is to plant on that small size of farm a highly perishable crop with a high return value.
Okay.
So that's what we just try to educate the farmer on doing. We also try to educate the farmers on community farming as well. So if we have like a farmer group, we tell them that they can do one whole, they can combine their resources,
Okay.
and then they can just produce at a self-help group level. That also increases their profit margins than them doing it alone on fragmented land as well.
So now, you will get into details now. There's something that you mentioned. So that means that it's more of like encouraging farmers to be like in a cooperative kind of form.
Exactly. So there are places where we have encouraged farmers to have their own groups, their own community groups. There are places where if farmer has 2 acres, then a farmer will do it alone. So we have that kind of model.
Okay, interesting. Okay, very, very nice. Thank you very much for that. Now let's try and understand a bit more about what Farm IT is and all that. Those who are watching us, remember this is an extension of Farmers Breakfast Show. Now we're talking about Ask the Expert. What are these things that are out there? And I'm joined by Alan Corredo, who is actually taking us through, who is the founder of Farm IT, based on the challenges that you as farmers have been facing in terms of agronomy, in terms of advisory, as well as markets. Because one of the challenges that we see that you as farmers keep on facing is the challenge of market. You know, you advise, Alan, you advise a farmer, they test their soil, they do all these things, and then they tell you, I remember the time when encouraged the farmer to do everything, and they did very well. And then 3 months later, this farmer calls me and tells me, I have 7 tons of onions. Where do I take the onions? So let me give you an opportunity. I think we'll go to a short break, a very short break, and then when you come back now, you'll take us through step by step. How does a farmer join in? What are these things that farmers need to be able to identify so that they can be able to be part of the platform? What are the returns? What are the costs, if any? Yes, so allow me, let's go for a short break, and then we'll come back to discuss more. Remember, this is a Farmers Breakfast Show, extended. Ask the Expert version of it, and we're talking about socialization of farming technologies. We'll be right back.
A nursery bed is a small area of a yard or garden that's used for growing certain selected plants. The goal of a nursery bed is to grow young plants to a certain size at which they can be easily transplanted. A nursery bed can also be used to evaluate plants to see if they are worthy of planting in the larger garden, to observe their growth, habit, and color, or watch them for pests and diseases. A nursery bed is especially helpful for vegetable gardeners practicing succession in planting, in which a steady supply of fresh produce is maintained.
Welcome back to Farmers Breakfast Show, right here, extension where we are talking about socialization of farming technologies. Too many apps out there, and we want to find out, as we are discussing this discussion with Alan Corredo from Farmit. And you can go actually write down this, farmit.co.ke. Farmit.co.ke. Follow their page also on Facebook. Farmit will be sending some of the information on the discussion below, the comment section, and you'll be able to get much more. But Alan,
yes.
Now, what is Farm IT?
So Farm IT is
yes, just move a bit close to the mic.
So Farm IT is a crop mapping mobile technology that offers farmers, smallholder vegetable farmers, agricultural advisories and connects them to large-scale buyers.
Okay.
So that's in a nutshell is what we do. And we are doing this using a simple-to-use mobile platform, and we're using it using SMSs.
SMSs?
Yes.
Okay. So let's go deeper now.
Yeah.
When you talk about technology and SMS, does that make it digital, or is it just that the fact that it is on a certain platform that makes it a digital platform? And why Farm IT? Why should a farmer be able to connect with you guys?
All right. So the problem with most smallholder farmers is that they have not adopted to digital technologies. They're not using digital technologies.
Yes.
One is that most of these technologies are high level. Most farmers are not that digital literate enough to actually use the platforms. We talk about apps or other kinds of platforms that farmers may use.
Yes.
Most of these platforms are very expensive.
Yes.
That's another thing. And also, most of these platforms maybe prefer the use of internet. And when we talk about the rural areas where most small-scale farmers live in, the internet is not that perverse in the rural areas. So the SMS system is the most easiest way of farmers getting information.
Okay.
It's one of the most read or received kind of technology where a farmer can actually get the information very quickly. So we decided to use that the customer end to use the SMSs because we know we could reach so many farmers and so many farmers will actually use the platform.
Yes.
So any farmer who has a basic mobile phone, even a phone that doesn't have internet or is not Android enabled, he can still use our services to actually better his or her life. So that's why we decided to go with the SMS platform.
But now let me ask you a question.
Yes.
The world is moving to digital, into all these things. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why go back to SMSs?
Why go back to SMS? That's a very it's a very good question.
Yes.
Because for Farm IT, we believe that we have the capability of going to different apps, of launching different apps. But SMSs is the most widely used form of communication.
All right.
Most people will actually read their SMSs as compared to WhatsApp. To reading their WhatsApp.
Yes.
Most people will actually, even if you don't have that internet connectivity, you'll actually get it. If we go back to the demographics, most of our small-scale vegetable farmers are actually aged 50 and above. Yes. And you find that most of them are not used to the WhatsApp or the app technology. They are more so used to that level of technology. So for our 5-year goal, we decided that let's first reach these farmers first. And later on when we are growing, then we'll be able to bring in more kinds of technology that they can use on board.
Okay, very, very interesting. So take us through, how do you do it? How do you register? Can I be able to register live now here?
Yes, I'm able to register live now. So just go to your SMS platform.
Yes.
And then you go to, you just write 20880. You text 20880, and then you say Farm IT, and then you do a space, and then you say if you're a farmer, you say farmer, and then you put the normal hashtag, and then you put from which county. So if you're a county in Kajiado,
Yes.
if you're in Machakos, if you're in Kiambu, just put Kiambu, and then now you send.
So you said 20880.
Zero.
So those who are watching us, let us know. Actually, let's go to our SMS platform and say 20 and send a message to 20880.
Yes.
Okay. Anything I should put on the SMS?
So you just say farm IT.
Farm IT.
Farm IT is one word.
Yes.
And then you put a small space, just a space, and then you say farmer, because you're a farmer, and then you put the hash, and then now you put your county. Yes.
Okay. So it is farm IT. So FARMIT space farmer. After farmer, do I put a space again?
No, just put a hash.
So hash Kajiado. We are in Kajiado County 034, the Golden County, and then I send.
And then you send.
If I don't have money in my SMSs,
Yes.
send SMSs, is it prepaid or how much will it take?
No, it's the cost is on our end.
So it's a free service.
It's a free service.
Free service. Okay.
Yes.
So we send it. I am sending it live right here as we discuss. Let us see what happens next. So as we wait for the message to come through, this is an easy platform. You've mentioned that even if somebody has the Mulikamuzi,
Yes.
you can be able to do it.
Yes.
Okay, interesting. So now it is saying that to register SMS Farm IT. So is it hash or hash?
Yes, the hash.
Sorry, I put /. So it's a hashtag. Okay, let me do that again. Interesting. So it's a hash. Perfect. So as this comes through, what is coming to my mind is that we cannot avoid the fact that the SMS platform, the USSD platform, is still here with us to stay. Okay. So what should I expect after registering?
So a farmer will normally do the registration process.
Okay.
So if you do the registration process, you need to also put in the time that you'll be planting your crops. So it will give us the right mapping technology.
Okay.
That if, let's say for instance, you're a farmer, what do you farm, Noah?
I grow onions, tomatoes, watermelon. Right now, but this season I decided to flip side and I'm doing a lot of cereals, maize, beans, dengu.
Okay.
Yes.
You'll tell us the reason why you affiliate. Because you want more farmers doing the vegetable crops. So
okay. So you want more farmers doing vegetable crops?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So actually our niche is more on vegetable crops.
Okay.
So we are in the we are doing 7 vegetable crops. Those are the high yield, high perishable crops.
So which crops are these?
There we have the tomatoes.
Yes.
We have the onions. We have the Irish potatoes.
Yes.
We have the sweet pepper. We have the normal cabbages. We have the French beans. We have the watermelon. And also we have a bit of carrots. So when I talk about cabbages, I'm talking about all kinds of leafy vegetables.
Okay.
So the cabbages, kales,
spinach,
and the regions of vegetables as well.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Very interesting. So I have fully registered. Now, yes, I've got a message. Have you got your message? It says you are already registered to Farm IT. Send Farm IT, plant, crop, day, month. Take us through. What is that next step?
When we talk about Farm IT,
yes,
plant date.
Yes.
Now we're telling the farmer that in order for us to know the exact time that you're planting, you need to give us that date that you're planting your crop. So if you're a farmer, Noah, and you're doing, let's say, tomatoes, you'll give us the exact date that you're planting those tomatoes. So let's say you're planting tomatoes tomorrow.
Yes.
On the 21st.
Yes.
So you'll say, farm IT, a space, plant, and then you say tomatoes.
Okay.
And then you say the date. So the date. So after you have done the date now,
yes,
the system will be able to take that information and map it. So now we know that Noah in Kajiado is actually planting his crops tomorrow. So what is not supposed to do at this time?
Okay.
So we have a pool of what we call senior agronomists in our platforms.
Yes.
Who we have the pool of senior agronomists and also staff farmers.
Yes.
People who have engaged in over 20 years producing these kinds of vegetables.
Okay.
So they know the unconventional and also the normal crop farming practices.
Okay.
So we have gathered and synergized all this information. We have put it in our database, and now we are able to send this information periodically, depending on the crop life stages. So if this crop is at the nursery level,
Just move closer to me.
or if this crop is at the nursery level,
Yes.
the system will only send information at the nursery level, because the system already knows that this crop, which has been mapped from 21st, is on the nursery level. So all information pertaining to at the nursery level will be sent to you at the right time. So the system also will also be able to know that this crop has already reached the 4 weeks. Let's say now, if you are you're nursery in 4 weeks.
Yes.
So the system will already know that this crop already has reached the 4 weeks level. So what is not supposed to do after the 4th week? So the system also will go back to the database, take the information, and tell Noah, no, this is what it's supposed to do.
So it sends me a reminder.
Yeah, a reminder. So
Okay.
it actually gives you, it makes it to be up to date.
So it's basically what is machine learning,
Yes.
going through it and getting to understand my crop cycle and all that.
Yes.
So now let me ask a question. At what point does the farmer communicate, or is it just that if I have a challenge, how do I send a message back and say I have a problem or something like this? Yes.
Yeah. So we have also learned during our this 5 years that we've been in operation,
Yes.
that at times a farmer doesn't understand the kind of information that you have sent. So a farmer will just reply
Yes.
that I haven't understood this.
Yes.
So if you write that one, it will just come on our dashboard. So in our dashboard, we are able to know that this farmer hasn't understood this information. So we're able actually to explain via just send a text to the farmer.
Yes.
Or we're able also to pick up a call and just call the farmer and let's just try and explain further.
Okay.
Let me add something else. So we have the best practices that we have put in our database.
Yes.
That we're also sending.
Yes.
But we also realized that this one wasn't enough for the farmers. So right now we are in the process of taking GPS coordinates of the farmers, and we are using what we call Earth observation techniques.
Okay.
So we are also in the space field. So we are able actually now to know that this farmer at this point is able to, we're able to decipher the kind of soil that this farmer has. What are the, what is missing in this soil using our satellite technology. We're also able to know the kinds of precipitation level.
Yes.
They're also able to know what are the nearest pests that are around the farmer. So if a farmer has a farm in Kajiado,
Yes.
our Earth observation technique will be able to know that this farmer here, currently we have a lot of pests in this area. So we'll tell the farmer that kindly use this kind of pesticide or another kind of solution to control the pests that actually are emerging right now.
Yes.
Because we're able to do that in real time with our Earth observation technology. Additionally, if you look at the soil, nature of the soil, we're able to know, to monitor the soil of the farmer in real time. So when we take the soil of the farmer, we're able to know that this soil, maybe a part of this soil is not doesn't have the necessary
nutrients.
So we tell the farmer that don't use enough nutrients on your farm. Use specific ones on a particular area of your farm.
Yeah.
So this Earth observation technology also helps us to provide farmers real-time information. Another information that we also provide to the farmers is also on the rainfall, which actually has a 99.9% accuracy. So we tell the farmer that within the next 6 months or the next 5 months, you'll be receiving this rainfall in this period of time. So that insight, that information gives the farmer the right to make the right decisions and in a timely manner, thus improving his crop produce and also crop quality.
Fantastic, fantastic. So you work with the farmer throughout.
You work with the farmer throughout.
Okay. Now, a question that is coming through is that SMSs, you said one of the things that you say that one of the things that a farmer has to think about first of all is to be able to get information to make the right decisions. How much information is enough and how much is too much? Because we're seeing that there's a lot of information out there. Some farmers get overwhelmed. I also get overwhelmed in terms of using it. Apart from the SMS platform, do you have a web-based platform, or in case a farmer has like 2 or 3 other farms, how do you go around it?
No, our Our technology for now is just
SMS.
an SMS-based platform, but we have also partnered. We have a memorandum of understanding with Agrivision, who are also coming on board just to provide the other bit of technology, the web-based and also the app technology.
Okay.
Yes, but ours also is on the SMS, because we feel that the highest rate of adoption for the farmers at this moment will be through the SMS-based platform.
Great. M-Tractor.
Yes.
Yes. Tell us more.
So for the M-Tractor platform is also a pilot, is a pilot platform where we connect farmers to tractor services.
Okay.
So basically what we do is we find a pool of farmers in farmer groups,
Okay.
and then we connect them to the nearest tractor rental service provider.
All right.
So this tractor rental service provider will be able to come and plow this land, because now you see one of the challenges with the tractor service providers is that they prefer plowing large tracts of land as compared to the small batches where most smallholder farmers are. And smallholder farmers feel marginalized. But now when smallholder farmers are in groups, let's say at the ward level, so a tractor will come at the ward level upon the request of the farmers at the ward level, and then will come and plow all these small farms at a go.
So why is this an advantage to farmers?
This advantage to farmers in because we are encouraging also mechanization of farming to improve on the productivity as well, just to ensure that we have that safety net in terms of food security. So farmers are able to get these services at a lower cost. If you compare when a farmer will ask an individual tractor rental service provider who will charge him 2,500 as compared when he comes as a group where the farmer will be charged 1,500 for an acre.
So it reduces the cost.
It reduces the cost as the first thing.
Wacha nikwambie story fulani hapa.
Yes.
There is a time I went to plow some land. My land hapa Kamulu.
Yes. I tell you.
I was told tractor kwanza kufika huko ni shilingi 8,000.
I tell you.
Hii mchanga ni ngumu sana. So let me ask you. What are the discounts that a farmer gets when they're part of this?
So first and foremost, we also realize that most farmers don't have that kind of money. Smaller farmers don't have that money up front. So we also provide a cushion in terms that they can pay in installments. And they can pay even on a weekly basis. So we have also incorporated our M-Pesa system in the platform.
So it's integrated.
Where a farmer can pay on a monthly, on a weekly or a monthly basis. That means that a farmer will be able to meet the deadlines in terms of just ensuring that he has paid.
Very interesting. So now, what opportunities are there in the agriculture sector now? Now that you've mentioned about this, how can farmers, you say the moment as a farmer, 20880, send a message of farm it, put a space, farmer, and the hash sign, then put your county. That's it. So, opportunities. What are some of the opportunities out there? Because you being in agronomy, integrating tech, you did not stick with one. You integrated both of them. What opportunities are there for the young people who are coming out from university, having studied agriculture or agronomy, and what would you advise a young agronomist?
For me, I will advise a young agronomist, especially those ones in the field of agribusiness. In the field of agribusiness, is that when you left school, the first thing that I was taught by one of my great professor, is called Professor Kibiwot. He told me that, Alan, when you're moving out of this place, you're not going to look for jobs. You're going to create jobs.
Very nice. Very nice.
For most youths who have actually recently graduated, this is an opportunity for you to venture into agribusiness. And you can venture into agribusiness. Agribusiness is wide. It has different value chains, from the input up to value addition. That means there's enough for everybody in this plate. Don't say that there's too much competition, that people have ventured into something. There's enough for everybody. As long as you just put your best foot forward and you work hard, you push yourself. You just push yourself, and you'll find everything working out well.
Very nice. So you're basically saying that go out, create jobs, because you have the knowledge.
Yes.
So let me ask one of my last questions is, so do you think farming should be made attractive to the young people, or the young people should adapt and make it fun?
Well, I think it's both.
Yes.
Because, well, in the past it was looked as more of an old kind of opportunity.
Yes.
But now people who came in
Yes.
made it much more cooler. And right now it's a bit cooler because now we have all these kinds of technologies.
Yes.
You don't have to sweat yourself
Yes.
just to go and do the manual
Manual
plowing
work,
and
yes.
everything.
Yes.
Now farming is a bit cooler because there is a lot of value chain in it, and you can engage in different areas.
Yes.
In farming.
In farming, yes.
So what I can advise them is that you can also make it a bit cooler yourself. You just come out, find your own niche, because there are different niche in this agricultural value chain. Find your own niche and then make it a bit more innovative. Just upgrade it a bit, and then you'll find that you'll get more clients and more customers.
Okay. Very interesting. So now, what is advice to farmers?
The advice
Farmers
to farmers,
themselves, yes, on technology. Why should they embrace technology?
For smallholder farmers,
Yes.
especially I'm addressing the ones who are in vegetable production,
Yes.
because that's my niche area. There's a lot of great opportunity for vegetable farmers. One is that nobody will ever not say that food now is enough. There's always demand for food,
Okay.
especially in Kenya.
Okay.
And if you find the right methods of producing this food, if you find the right kinds of technology to be as an enabler for you to reach greater markets,
Yes.
then just go for it.
Adopt it quickly.
Adopt it quickly.
Okay.
But also, they shouldn't be laggards as well. They should be early adopters. When you hear somebody has come with your technology,
Yes.
someone telling you that, look, I have this kind of technology that I'm pushing forward for
Yes.
you to use, and it will help you improve on your quality, it will help you improve on your quantity, and also help you get access to markets.
Yes.
Don't say, the other time people came in and they did this kind of thing and
Yes.
didn't see it going.
Yes.
So don't rely on the past failures of people. Embrace these ones that are actually coming in, because the future is now for most smallholder farmers.
Very interesting. So now back to just a few questions coming through is what about the language barrier? Is it only in Swahili or is it only in English for now?
For now it's only in English, but we also want to improve it to our Swahili level.
Fantastic.
Yes.
And what are you doing to make sure that the information is credible? The information farmers are getting, the advisory is credible. You mentioned you have some senior agronomists like Evans. Yes.
Yeah. So we have different senior agronomists. We have 5 senior agronomists.
All right.
We also have star farmers.
Okay.
Star farmers are the ones who have engaged in the production of this vegetable crop for the last 20 years.
All right.
So they know the unconventional methods that senior agronomists don't know.
Okay.
So if we combine these two information, we get a holistic view of the best crop management. Additionally, also we have also embraced earth observation technology.
All right.
Now gives us real-time information concerning weather, concerning soil, and concerning also the level of precipitation, which are very vital when farmers are making decisions.
Fantastic. And you've said that farming can pay, and it
Farming
pays.
can pay, and it pays.
Okay, fantastic.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Alan, for having come over. And we are sure that as we continue working together, farmers can be able to adopt the new technologies as well.
Yes.
Thank you very much for those who've been watching. This has been Ask the Expert right here from Afarmers Breakfast Show, right here from County 034 Afarmers Media, where we help you connect, learn, and grow. And as you've heard, Farm IT, go to Facebook, look for Farm IT, look for Alan Corredo.
Yes.
Corredo, yes. And follow and get more information. You can also ask some questions in the comment section, where we will be sharing some of the screenshots of how you can be able to get in. I've shared mine as well. I think the producer will be able to be putting that through as well. Crops, tomatoes, potatoes, cabbages, that is all the vegetables as well, pepper, watermelon, carrots. If a farmer has all this right now, can they be able to join the platform?
Yes. So the farmer shall give us the date.
That they
so
planted.
Farmer maybe the date that they planted.
Okay.
Now able to know that this crop has reached this date. So
Okay.
give the information based on this date going on forwards.
And with that information, can be able to link farmers to markets?
Yes. Now, the other key thing is that during this crop monitoring, we're able to know that now this crop has reached the harvesting stage. So the system will query the farmer, will ask, are you harvesting at the moment? The farmer will either say yes or no. If say yes, then he'll give us a probable date for harvesting.
All right.
So we're able to take that information and send it to all large-scale buyers in Kajiado County.
Okay.
Telling them that Noah is harvesting his tomatoes in the next 1 week.
Okay.
So kindly contact Noah to negotiate on the prices.
Okay.
So you'll find at that time Noah will be saving so many costs from large-scale buyers.
Yes.
So you're able to negotiate on your price. You're able to know who is the best buyer who can take a kilo of, let's say, tomatoes or a watermelon
At the best price.
at the best price.
And how do you verify these buyers? Are these people you've worked with, you've engaged in for some time?
Yes, so there are people, actually, we have a criteria, a quality standard criteria where we try actually and see if these buyers fit into this criteria.
Okay.
So we also save them as well.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. Thank you for you having watched us. Remember, at Afarmers Media, we help you as a farmer connect, learn, and continue growing so that you can be able to have money in your pocket and improve in your livelihood. This is Noah Nasiali Kadima. Catch you tomorrow in Breakfast Show.